Welcome to Dinner at the Round Table Podcast with DJ John Tovar, Nelly Nell, Chris Ryder, your source to knowledge. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Dinner at the Round Table.
GG, I am DJ John Tovar, Nelly Nell, Chris Ryder. We are Dinner at the Round Table Podcast, your source to knowledge. We got a special guest tonight. Nelly Nell, please.
You already know what it is, man. We got Krystal in the building, man. Owner of Checkmate Suite. And along with our co-host, La Dueña, coming out of Florida. You already know what it is.
Welcome.
Showing the brand right there. That's what it is.
There you go. Checkmate
right
Suite.
Okay.
Welcome, man.
Thank you for having me.
For sure, man. I'm ready to get dialed up on some edibles tonight.
Not while we're interviewing, though.
I know, man. We don't want to be a bad influence for all the little kiddies out there.
I mean, well.
Shout out to Chris Ryder, the butcher. He's not here. I'm sure he's dialed up in Dallas.
He's dialed up.
Or dialed up.
Oh my God.
So,
in case you don't know, Krystal, dialed up is like a little inside joke we got. We was cracking at the EDM producer the other day. Because he was lit to another planet, yo, and he was having technical difficulties. So we was like, yo, are you on Wi-Fi or are you on dial-up?
Yeah.
So dial-up.
Okay, I get it. All right, I got it.
Remember back in the days, the internet was dial-up.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
like the
AOL sound. And you get the fax machine sound.
Like
that's how you know it was dialing up. Mm-hmm.
So
you can't be on the phone. Can't be on the phone at the same time. The internet, mom.
There you go, right? Remember that?
Who's on the internet?
I forgot that.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
kind of like a fax machine.
Old now.
To hear that
Made
sound.
myself feel old. Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah, remember when you got the disc, the CD-ROM for AOL? Now it's really taking it back.
Shit,
Oh my
man.
God.
Oh, yeah.
The number you have dialed has crashed into a planet. Please make a note of this.
What the hell was that?
That's
It was dialed up. But anyway,
Man.
Checkmate Suites in the house, man. Welcome to the Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. It's a pleasure to see you again. We met before at the Raw Zone. In
Yes.
Detroit. And we definitely want to get into who Krystal is. Let's talk about who Krystal is first, and then we'll get into Checkmate Suites.
So I mean, I really hate like saying, the question like, oh, tell me a little bit about yourself. But I'll tell you a little about myself. As you can see, that was my little minion.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Bring him
like, where
on
the sweets at?
Huh?
She's like, where the sweets at?
to the camera.
Come, Kalia, come here.
Dinner at the Round Table loves the kids.
We love the kids.
Hello.
Just wave. They can't
How are
see.
you?
Oh.
Are you Checkmate's
cute.
little sweets?
She's sweet, all right.
She's
Sour
so
Patch.
cute.
Sour Patch Kid.
Nice.
There you go.
Be proud of your mama. She's making moves. She's making a lot of moves.
Okay, now you can go back to watching TV. Peace out, girls.
Well, I just noticed she can't hear me because you have the headset.
Nope, she cannot.
I'm like, why is she responding
Oh,
to me?
right, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
And no, my computer audio is horrible, so headphones is the only way I can hear. Yes, ma'am.
yeah. I was like,
Oh,
am I
okay.
that-
Well, we
I was
can
like,
hear you
damn.
good, so that's good.
Do I look like the Cookie Monster to her or some shit? Damn.
Okay, in a minute.
Yeah, man. So it's we could just be real brief about where you come from.
A little
Okay,
intro.
so
Not to be long.
I am a single mom to a beautiful 5-year-old, as you can just see. She is part of the reason for my business. She is like the major reason for my business, the reason why I started my business. I'm currently in Queens right now, in Queensbridge. I've lived all over New York City. I lived in every borough except for Staten Island and Far Rock.
Yeah, forget about
So
Staten
I
Island.
am.
Forget you,
I
Nelly.
am a real New Yorker. But yeah, so I started my business about four years ago. Tomorrow would be my business.
What?
birthday.
Oh, wow,
It'll be
4 years.
tomorrow. Yep,
Whoa.
4 years.
So
Yep.
we got you right on time, girl.
Yes, you did.
Congrats on
February
that.
2nd. Thank you. So I started my business in a homeless shelter. I was in a DV shelter. So I started my business there as just something to really like just get my mind out of my situation.
Mhm.
And it's like, you know what? I need to make some kind of money. what can I do? And I'm like, well, I'm really good at making desserts. So for my daughter's first birthday, I had made these chocolates called truffles, which is bite-sized desserts covered in chocolate, and I make them look real pretty. So my roommate at the time, afterwards, we were just chilling and just eating them, and she's like, "Yo, I would pay you to make these for me." And I'm like, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah." So I'm like, okay. So I started selling them to the people in the shelter, to a few of my friends,
Nice.
little things here and there. And then I got asked to vend at an event. So I'm like, okay, sure, why not? So then I made a whole bunch of things, showed up to the event, and I was sold out within like 2 hours. And it was my very first event and was
Whoa.
right in the Bronx. And I sold out within 2 hours. So now I'm like, all right, bet now I can really do this. So I started packaging them, and then people asked me, "Hey, can you ship them to me?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but I can figure it out." So figured it out and started shipping, and then little by little, I just started incrementing different things, looking into different things to make this like a real business. So I went and I looked up information on starting my LLC and doing a whole bunch of different things. And one of my friends from high school, actually, she was a part of this program through NYCHA and Reese, which is where I live at in NYCHA. And they have a business program for people who could start your own businesses, mainly for people with food businesses. So I went through the program and I got my LLC. I got access to a commercial kitchen. I have a lawyer. I have access to marketing, a whole bunch of different things. So that pretty much really like solidified everything. So then I just start networking with different people, and then I do events here and there. Like I travel for events. So anywhere over New York City, I'll even go to Jersey. If I know I'm going to make money and if the pay is good, I'm there.
Oh, fine.
Wow.
Nice.
That is awesome.
You got your LLC. Like, you stay legit.
Yeah, I have a
That's what's
legit
up.
business. I gotta file my taxes too.
There you go. Wow. Congrats again on that.
Thank you.
Crazy, man. We need another round of applause. Shout out to Krystal.
I mean, and you know, and that's an amazing thing, you know, for I'm a single mother as well. You know, my son is 17 years old and now we're getting into the college stage for him. But you know what I'm saying? Like kudos to you, you know what I mean? Sometimes a lot of us are different, you know, some of us need to be in a really tight situation in order to determine our, you know, to determine what it is that we're capable of doing. You know what I mean? Like the same thing with my son. You know, when I saw how hard it was, I was struggling as a single mother, you know, trying to get the bills and everything like that. I'm like, yo, I got to do something like crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. Like, that's all I kept saying to myself, just like you were just saying, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out, but do it. You know what I'm saying? And you did it. So that's what's up. Kudos to you.
That's when La Dueña became a drug dealer. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you know, but that's just
boss, La Dueña.
That's just my
style. La Dueña means in,
Mine too.
We didn't hear that.
Shit, man. We all going to jail.
It's legal in New Jersey.
Oh, it is? New Jersey? It's like illegal?
It is legal in Jersey.
Is it? I didn't even know that. I just left Jersey like a few months ago.
Get out of here.
Girl, go back. Go back. It's legal.
She said go back.
Wow. So most of your customers are residing in Jersey or doesn't matter?
I have customers nationwide.
Nationwide, about to say that, yeah.
She's nationwide, baby. USA.
If I could figure out a way to ship internationally without getting in trouble, best believe I would.
I think eventually.
Time to get there.
Krystal, when I first met you in DTF Radio, I felt like I knew you for a long time because you have a great sense of humor and you know, you're very educated and understanding where you came from and how you came about. Like that, I connected with you. Like I felt like, you know, like a bond. I felt like also, I felt like you know, like sympathy, but at the same time, like I felt like admiration towards you for everything you've been.
Yeah, like I always want to put myself out there. Like I don't want sympathy for anybody. Yeah, I went through a horrible situation with my daughter's sperm donor, but I mean that's life. It is what it is. I'm not there no more. Oh yeah, girl. I don't even mention. No. I don't mention the name because the name gives him power, and he don't need that.
Absolutely, no, I agree.
Yeah, a lot of
I came up with sperm donor too. In the same boat.
I felt a lot of admiration for you know, like wow, man, that's great
I
that
know.
you know you was able to do what you do, and you know, and Checkmate Sweets, man, is definitely a popular situation you got there. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about your menu, man. What it consists of, real quick.
So I have brownies, I have brownie bites, I have mini brownies, I have cookies, and I have chocolate covered Oreos.
Right up my back.
So now a little extra thing with my Oreos for anyone who's ever tried my truffles. So I have a premium stuffed Oreo. So I scrape out the inside of the Oreo and I take my truffle flavors and I put it inside of the Oreo and then I coat it in chocolate. Yeah.
Shit.
I always gotta raise the bar. I can't just do regular stuff because I'm not a regular person. So.
There you go. That's the model. But listen,
Nice.
what would you say is the most popular edible that you have in stock?
High in demand.
I mean, I usually go through like everything. So I would say my brownie bites. So this is my brownie bite. Small little piece. This one is dark chocolate with nuts. This is about 65 milligrams in this. So if you ever get one of these, don't eat the whole thing.
You heard that? You heard that?
I was about to make a big mistake.
Oh man!
Everyone
called me
does that.
Nelson.
Everyone does that.
She would have been like, I just got kidnapped by aliens.
Yeah, so that's my smallest size brownie. And this is the
where are
next
you?
size one. This
Okay,
is
was that again? That's
this is my mini brownie. So this is the next size up. So
okay.
if
The mini brownie. Got
so
it.
if the bite is not enough for you and you want to get a little bit more, then you can go for my mini. The mini brownie is 100 milligrams in this one. So of course, don't eat the whole thing. And then I have my full size brownie.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
That's if you want to just enter another dimension.
Yeah. That's definitely full.
This is if you want to like sleep for 2 days.
Really? God
yeah. If you eat this whole thing, which I would never ever recommend, you'll have a great night's sleep because let's see, today's Monday. You probably will wake up on Wednesday if you eat this.
Get out of here.
This is 100. It's 150 milligrams. That's if you eat the whole thing, which most people. I mean, I would not. Me personally, I couldn't eat the whole thing, even though I love chocolate, but I couldn't eat the
That's
whole
crazy. You said 150.
I would have made a big mistake. Like,
yeah. And then I have my cookies. This is a chocolate chip cookie.
Got it. Okay.
Yummy.
Cookies are about 55 milligrams. That's chocolate chip. I have double chocolate. I have oatmeal raisin, oatmeal chocolate chips, snickerdoodle. For Valentine's Day, I will be having red velvet cookies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Step in the name of love.
And then I also have, I don't have any of my chocolates ready. But I do make truffles. They're little chocolates and they're bite-sized chocolates. I don't have any ready because nobody has ordered them in a while. But, but I do have those. I do have my Oreos somewhere around here.
I'm to order my Valentine something that contains 100 grams.
100 milligrams?
So you can handle it.
No, it's not gonna be for me. It's gonna be for him.
I don't think I will go 100 grams. Hold on, let me go check.
She's trying to knock him out so she can.
I'll see you Wednesday.
She's trying to knock out her Valentine so she can rape him.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be your Valentine when you rape him.
Oh my god.
The way you rapist.
These are Oreos. So this one here is
the
Oreos. Yeah, so this is gingerbread. So they have like little gingerbread man sprinkles and stuff going on in there.
Nice.
And the Oreos are about 75 milligrams. This one is coconut and caramel. And all of my products come individually wrapped. I wrapped everything individually. So that way you don't have to eat everything at one time. You can piece them out, pop them in the freezer, and just take a piece when you want one. This is cookies and cream.
Ooh, I want it.
And this is actually, this is my stuffed cookies and cream. So again, I scooped out the inside of the Oreo, and then I took my cookies and cream, truffle batter mix, whatever you want to call it, dough, whatever. Smash it in between the cookies, and then dipped it in this white chocolate, drizzled it with milk chocolate with some Oreo crumbles there.
God, that's wow.
That was my reaction.
With the truffles, you have vegan and gluten free ones too,
Yes.
right?
Also, even with my brownies and the cookies, I offer them in vegan, non-dairy vegan, and also gluten free.
Yeah, for all not gluten people.
Even my Oreos, because now Oreo has gluten free flavors, so I even do gluten free Oreos.
So
that's good. That's very thoughtful, so you're not high and have the shizzles at the same time.
Yeah, because you don't want to.
Very detrimental.
You don't want to get all suited up, all dialed up, and somebody be like,
"You got knocked the fuck out, man! You got knocked the fuck out, man!"
Oh man.
Oh no, so I started I really had a base of doing events in Brooklyn, so the crowd was mostly vegan. So I'm like, man, I really don't have that many.
I think that's a Brooklyn thing now.
So I'm like, all right, let me look into how I can change my recipes to better suit for vegan. So I find different alternatives, different ingredients that I can change and switch up around. And then so yeah, and then I had a customer who was gluten free, and she's like, well, hey, can you make something gluten free? And I'm like, give me 15 minutes and I'll let you know. So that's what I do. I get on that Google and I start my, all right.
Okay, you Googled it up.
She on that.
Look at that. All right, cool, boom. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, no, I also do custom flavors, especially like with my truffles. So if there is a flavor that you want that's not on the menu, let me know. I've done birthday cake, peanut butter and jelly. I've done Chambord cheesecake, which Chambord is like a raspberry liqueur. I also do alcohol infused for my truffles. My truffles do come alcohol infused as well. I do bourbon brownie. I do
bourbon brownies, like
yes,
bourbon.
We're gonna have to talk there.
Bourbon.
That's my lane right there.
I even do another big of my alcohol infused truffles is my Malibu cheesecake.
Wow.
So I do a little bit for everybody. A little bit for everybody. Something everybody would like.
Nice.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Nice.
Cool. I have a quick question though. For people that don't really smoke, right? Like, what would you recommend for them to eat though? Just hypothetically, like someone who's not really a smoker.
Yeah, he's
or
actually
like
for a friend. Krystal,
friend.
He's actually for a friend of a friend.
A friend of.
What would I recommend? I would most likely recommend like a cookie.
A cookie?
Yeah.
And how much would it take just on the first bite? Like what, a quarter of the cookie or
just the first bite?
Just the first bite? Just like one bite. That's it.
Just a bite. Just a bite.
Just
one bite.
John
Give me a big bite. Gotta be a little small.
Well,
tiny bite.
So edibles work differently than smoking does, and that's like a big misconception a lot of people get. They think that, I smoke, I can handle edibles. Yeah, you won't, because there's a big difference between smoking and eating it. So when you eat it, it gets digested, so it's gonna go through your bloodstream. When you smoke, okay, cool, it hits you, right then and there. But when you eat it, it gotta work its way through. So if you have a faster metabolism, it's going to hit you faster. If you have a slower metabolism, it's going to hit you slower. But what I can confidently say with my products, you will feel it within the first 20 to 25 minutes. Not going to lie. And how I can confidently say this, because I don't eat them myself. Yeah, I know. I make them, don't eat them. I prefer to smoke. That's just me.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, man. So basically, you cater to all likes and of people,
Yeah, young and old, all of that.
It's good to be versatile like that, because like that you can expand your brand,
Yeah, definitely. You got to cater to your your customers.
So yeah.
Imagine a day where you get to list that on Uber.
Right. Ooh,
yeah.
I mean, I'm in Florida.
Uber to come though. They're gonna definitely soon.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I'm actually working on trying to get my products into a smoke shop. So
there you go.
Oh, wow. Down here in Florida, they got smoke shops like I'm talking about big Walmart size smoke shops. Like,
I know.
Like the ones they got in New York. Like down here, they got like 6 smoke shops right across each other. They're like the size of Walmart, each one, like right across from each other. So,
I know the first time I went to Vegas and I went into a smoke shop and I was just like, oh my God. And then when I went to the dispensary, I felt like I was like a little kid in like a candy store. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes.
It was like the Ritz-Carlton.
Oh my goodness, it was. I loved it.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So
I mean, well, they're delivering liquor, so I'm very, very like, you know.
Oh yeah, once I found that on Uber Eats, I was like, word, I can buy alcohol. I don't gotta leave my house.
Delivering liquor.
The convenience, right?
Yeah,
you could buy. You could do your groceries through Uber Eats. You can get your essentials through Uber Eats. Man, listen, if I didn't have to go to the post office, I wouldn't.
Who knows? Maybe in Jersey they got that option. You know, since it's legal. I didn't even know that. When did they do that?
It's been like about a year now.
It's been not. It was just they just recently legalized it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have known.
No. It was about a year ago. I remember a year ago.
Nope, it was right up. Nope, it was this election that did it. This election.
Really?
Oh, okay. If I had known that in June, I would have stayed. I would be like, hey, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stay right here.
I know a friend of mine who opened up a dispensary out there. He already had it planned because.
Well, medically it has been legal, but for recreational use. That just went through this past election, New York.
Yeah, I know they were talking about it, but then again, like they were talking about it in every state. So you know what I mean? I wasn't sure that they were gonna when they were gonna actually do it. So the fact that they actually did it, like after I left,
because New York has been talking about this for years now, and it's like
exactly, and they
y'all gonna do it or not? Like
Well, now it's a DTA, a desk appearance ticket in New York.
Oh, it's been that way for like
6
years now. It's been that way for a while. It's a $35 ticket.
If you get caught with 2 ounces or lower, it's a desk appearance ticket.
But to park at a bus stop is $250.
Yeah, but still, I mean, what do you either that you eat bologna cheese and bologna sandwiches in the bullpen? Either that. I'd rather pay the $250. I don't want to eat no bologna sandwiches.
Yeah, they started doing it because the city pays a lot of money, though. They had to, because for those petty crimes, I mean, it costs the city a lot of money to arrest them and detain them and actually have them go through the system. It costs the city a lot of money. Like, it doesn't make any sense to lock somebody up for something that costs less than detaining them. So they started doing that, the whole thing, which obviously, makes more sense than that.
That's very true.
You want to be on the show too.
The little princess wants to be on the show.
But yeah, so Chris, someone looking to purchase items from you. You do have your number available on the Checkmate Suites.
Yes, I do. So what I do have, I need you to get that for 2 seconds. So what I do have
is chocolate, right?
Yes, if you text the word chocolate to 917-722-9482, you will sign up to my text alert. So usually on Mondays, I'll send out a text alert, or if anything is going on, you'll get first before I post to social media. You'll get any new updates, any contests, giveaways. Like I just sent out gifts to all my text subscribers. So they should be receiving them this week. So if you're on my text list, I send out free stuff. Like I take care of my loyal clients. Like if I know you're gonna keep coming back, I'm gonna take care of you.
Awesome. So another thing is to they can also you have a website coming soon too, right? Or is it?
I do have a website coming soon. So right now, if you just go to tinyurl.com/checkmate suites, my landing page will come up. So there again, I try to update it every now and then. I don't think I've updated in like a few weeks or so. So like any events that I have going on will be up there. Any menu changes will be going on up there. Yes. Any contests or giveaways, everything will be on there. But the best way to find out anything like new is always my Facebook or my Instagram.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean the social media is like a business, an electronic, digital business card. But it's like you said, like you have upcoming pop-up shops events that show up on there too. Yep. You have the menus. The menus are available there, so whoever is looking to purchase from Checkmate Suites, the menus there, the cost of the products per dozen, per half a dozen, right? Did you have half a dozen?
Half dozen or full dozen.
There you go. So and then it has the gluten-free, the vegan, the premiums, the basics, everything is there. So there's no excuse not to get fucked up.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? But that gave me an idea, Krystal, because I just came back from Miami yesterday. I live in Orlando, Florida, but I just came back from Miami, and it was interesting because we were walking down the boardwalk, like, towards Ocean Drive. And the hotels have their own pop-up shop events, like in the hotel where the pool is. You know what I mean? And different hotels, like every hotel was having their own pop-up thing. So that was really interesting. Like, I think, you know, just an idea. I think that you should open up your own little pop-up situation at one of those hotels, because you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I have been thinking about it. So like, I've been doing pop-up shops for about 3 years now.
Okay.
So
that was nice. If I had seen you down there, I would have been like, before cookies.
Oh yeah, no. Like I do a lot of pop-up shops. Like, so I think I'm thinking heading towards the spring, maybe 420, I'll do my own first little pop-up shop. So, but yeah, I have one this Saturday in Harlem at the venue.
Ooh.
Part of Harlem. Just asking.
It's on, which street is that? I don't know. The name of the place is called The Venue. I've been there like 4 times now. I don't know.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Now you said it. I'm thinking about the venue like an actual venue, but I know what you mean.
No. The actual name of the place is
The
called
venue, yeah.
So this is your upcoming your upcoming closest event, right?
Yes, that is this Saturday.
What day is that again? Can you repeat that one more time?
February 6th, this Saturday.
Oh, this
Saturday.
Okay.
Is it 3 to 9, I believe?
3 to 9.
I'm so bad at this. I know I have like so many events. I have to try to remember dates and times and.
So listen,
girl, because you about to blow up.
You might see a friend of a friend there.
Okay, well, I'll be there again on the 13th. I'll be at the venue again on the 13th, and I have 2 events the same day. I'm there on the 13th that afternoon, and then after that, I'll be in Brooklyn at Bay Brunch from Spility and Tea. So I'll be doing their event too.
Nice.
A brunch, you said? That one is a brunch?
Yeah, it's called the Bay Brunch. So make sure it's the information is in my story. It's on my Instagram. Make sure you hit up Kanika, get your tickets. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm down for that, for the brunch.
Dang.
You know,
I'm down for that, but I'm in Florida. I want to see you in Florida.
You know, the big boys got to go get that grub on, you know? So, yeah, man. But listen, man, we're going to go into a break real quick. We're going to come back with stories about being on edibles. I mean, I've had crazy stories being on edibles.
Oh, I can give you that. My first story. My first story is hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? John Tavares under the Department of Education contract. I'm sure he doesn't want to indulge, but we might get it out of you. We might get it out of you, brother, because we know you have a friend.
I don't share stories. I mean, listen, all just the truth. I never had edibles.
Yeah, but a friend might have.
Oh, man.
A friend of a friend might have.
Yeah,
you're gonna be in when you get that brownie. Like I said, don't eat the whole thing, but make sure you warm it up. I mean, it's a little better if you warm it up. Activate some more THC.
Ooh. Yeah, man, you got to.
The science behind it, though, I get it. Definitely.
For sure. But we're gonna jump into a few songs here real quick, and then we'll be right back with the second half. And yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll be back with Krystal from Checkmate Sweets, John Tavares, La Dueña. Shout out to Chris Ryder. Then at the Roundtable Podcast, you already know what it is.
Hey. Checkmate Sweets. Ain't got the LLC at the bottom to make sure we legit.
That's right.
Lo pongo a prueba, pero no me fío. Que vivan todos los culos míos. Lo falso me lo quité del camino. Mientras más habla, más tiene consigo. La mami dijo, tú no cabías aquí. No, Dios me bendice, yo no subestimo, no. Yo no subestimo y no me confío. Lo pongo a prueba, pero no me fío. Que vivan todos los culos míos. Lo falso me lo quité del camino. Mientras más habla, más tiene consigo. La mami dijo, tú no cabías aquí. No, Dios me bendice, yo no subestimo, no. Yo no subestimo,
no me confío en todo cuero. Cuando me piden trío, la 22 a cuarta pa' los líos. Le doy gracias a Dios porque ya no bendijo. Drip down, la cone que tengo me tenía así calado. Los panas falsos de mi lado lo he quitado. Los bolsillos papen cada día me echao. Con tu puta en el tele, tú la llamas, ya te da de
This is Dinner at the Roundtable Podcast.
Que la de Michael Myers. Pásame el vago, tu pop, 2 patallos me quieren llegar, no lo van a lograr. Dudo que conmigo se quieran compararme, viven tirando, ninguno tiene nada. Ninguno tiene nada. Ya niggas be broke. Ninguno tiene nada.
No me confío, lo pongo a prueba, pero no me fío. Que vivan todos los culos míos, los falsos me los quité del camino. Mientras más hablan, más tiene consigo. La mami dijo, tú no cabías aquí, no. Dios me bendice, yo no subestimo, no. Yo no subestimo y no me confío. Y lo pongo a prueba, pero no me fío. Que vivan todos los culos míos.
You've been listening to Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. Follow them at Dinner at the Round Table.
Dios me bendice, yo no subestimo, no. Yo no subestimo, pase money, no digo que no. Nigga, you see el que tiene el sauce, andamos los dos 24/7, we be lighting up. Niggas they wanna be like us, pero pa' eso no tengo el tiempo. Sigan creyendo que los coronó, usted no la pegó, su tiempo no pasó. Me mantengo activo, de cero vengo y lo sabe todo el que está conmigo. No divareo tranquilo, cual sea el líquido, los de la salsa estamos como los amigos. Ice down, prendo en el whip y la grupo y mojando, yeah. Que tengan cuidado que me veo los kibos, voy con lo que ando. Meses atrás pa' mí no había atención, ahora ellos están tirando. Focus datos, metiendo presión, Guero no está jugando. No, Guero no está jugando, no te sientas cómodo, baje con eso. Vivo feliz, ya pasé mi proceso, dame 100 en pesos. Pa' superarme que yo toda la noche a papá Dios le rezo. Pa' superarme que yo toda la noche a papá Dios le rezo. No me confío, lo pongo a prueba, pero no me fío. Que vivan todos los culos míos, los falsos me los quité del camino. Mientras más hablan, más tiene consigo. La mami dijo, tú no cabías aquí, no. Dios me bendice, yo no subestimo, no. Yo no subestimo y no me confío. Lo pongo a prueba, pero no me fío. Que vivan todos los culos míos, los falsos me los quité del camino. Mientras más hablan, más tiene consigo. La mami dijo, tú no cabías aquí, no. Dios me bendice, yo no subestimo, no. Yo no subestimo.
Cabrones, amárense los gavetes. Los de la salsa, Cagua, los bloques neoyorquinos, 106,
You've been listening to Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. Follow them at Dinner at the Round Table.
First things first, gotta take my mask off. Make sure that y'all hear me clear. Reverse the curse, gotta shake that off. Get the mind state in the clear, so we can heal. Get to know real, build true bonds, actually feel true self-worth. Had since birth, ego not needed. Look, here's the deal. I just think that as the time we come together, build an army. We in the silent war, so the battle motors in me. But the Beamer, Benz, and Bentley just distract us at the MB. Wanna keep out my surprise, cause it's really us they envy. I ain't gonna lie, we need so you and not TY in your hood. In my hood, broke the mossy best style. And from there we build, and from there we build. Paradigm shift on lit for real. You done fucked up now. Cause we waking up and I'm so proud. Now we in the rain doing 400 rounds. Put them gloves on, ain't no need to run now. You done fucked up now. You done fucked up now. You done fucked up now. You done. First things first, turn that perception off. Gotta make sure you hear me clear. Things will be better in a year. We just gotta move with no fear. Adrenochrome, that's what they yearn. They kill the youth just to get the juice. Parasites, pedophile groups. They know who we are, we gotta learn too. All fucked up Malhouse Club. Everybody wanna reach that climax. Gotta work that back just to get that nut. You ain't got a believer. There's no shortcuts like a Caesar. Either you rule or on a side dish like a Caesar. Haters be on your neck, hard to breathe like a weasel. But wanna move up when you rise and join the reason. Oh bro, please. The world's full of rats with no cheese. Now they want a bit of need. Nah, you ain't fooling me. Photo ops, then they send
You've been listening to Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. Follow them at Dinner at the Round Table.
We got you. You better listen when God speak. Face to face or the track of a beat.
This is Dinner at the Round Table Podcast.
You gotta realize we in the days of the week, Under they spell shit, I spell harder. G-O-D, that's me with no father. I ain't hurting none, it's me, I'm one. He don't know he became my long lost son. I made my own path, moonwalk in my own space. They just spaced out, running in a dead race. That life there, you can keep it. Try to keep myself centered, but they call me conceited. If it ain't necessary, then damn it, I don't need it. And if it's necessary, then best believe I'ma be it. I cruise through the hell, you sit in your own shit. Don't complain about the smell. It is time to denigarize yourself. said, it is time to deniggerize yourself.
Delta 2-9er, be advised. Targets in your area. Do you require tactical backup? Delta 2-9, please respond. Delta, what's the problem? Please respond. Over. Key your mic if you're in trouble. Units, be advised. Now switching to T-Mobile.
Patrol members, be advised. We have a code 3 chase in progress. Units on non-essential calls directed.
Tell her what's up, we see. When we touch the street, shot it up my teeth. And she know me nah go burn like the grabbing. She keep me covered like the blankets, so me nah go leave. Don't call the police. Don't call the police.
This is Dinner at the Round Table Podcast.
Don't call the police. Don't call the police. Hey.
I ain't got no reason. I've been down since day one. Yo estuve ahí cuando lo estaba. No sé qué es lo que me dices con esa mirada. Yo estuve contigo en las buenas y malas. Y tú sabes que en la cama yo soy tu diabla. Y tú sabes que soy leal. Sí, tú sabes que soy tu mujer. Y en la calle a mí nadie se me va a cuadrar. Baby, yo soy la dueña. Yo soy divina cuando fumo leña. Me pongo las estrellas y resueña. Ella no tiene cuerpo, tú sabes, ella está plana. Toda mi ropa, coche que pana. Y no te debo nada.
Tell her what's up, we see. When we touch the street, shot it up my teeth. And she know me nah go burn like the grabbing. She keep me covered like the blankets, so me nah go leave. Don't call the police. Don't call the police. If I show you what I'm doing, you will never believe. Don't call the police. Don't call the police. Shot is suicida y después te cosplay. Lo que tenemos.
This is Dinner at the Round Table Podcast.
No hace lo que puedo hacer. Yo solita me puedo mantener. Pero mi hombre siempre quiere complacerme.
Tell her what's up, we see. When we touch the street, shot it up my teeth. And she know me nah go burn like the grabbing. She keep me covered like the blankets, so me nah go leave. Don't call the police. Don't call the police. If I show you what I'm doing, you will never believe. Don't call the police. Don't call the police. Hey.
He'll never let the next one come and take my spot. He too busy trying to rub all up in my G's. He can't see them thoughts upon the mirror fog. When them haters hear them shots, pull up Jamaica in the yacht.
This is Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. You've been listening to Dinner at the Round Table Podcast. Follow them at Dinner at the Round Table.
But I'm off-white, no fashion. But I'm off-white, no fashion. But we 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 off-white. Left cause I had to get right. Cause it's gon' be a hell of a night. I know, that they love the dirty Sprite. But I'd rather be up all night. Okay. We got the herbal, we got the yay. clowning around. So much snow that I might drown. Baby bumps like a ultrasound. Fashion, but I'm off-white. No 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 fashion, but we 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 off-white. Off-white, black and yellow is Khalifa. Take a moment, learn a lesson. I'm a teacher on a budget. Never cut it, no procedure. She line it up, perfect size centimeter. Oh no, no, no. In my bubble doing blow, I'm always pumped for every show. Keep the gas and no go. 8 balls like a snow globe. Everybody knows nose goes. Hand me up like a light stroke. Feel the trip in the back of your throat. She had to pay the price without a quote. I'm so higher now, I won't do no fashion, but I'm off-white. 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 No fashion, but we 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 off-white.
Then at the Round Table Podcast. We had some great freaking songs there, man. We even had a dueña.
You know, I like how you put those sound effects before the song. That shit sound like so appropriate. I like that.
Yeah, don't call
the
police.
Sirens.
Don't call the police.
Don't call the police. Don't call the police.
Johnny, where are you, Johnny? Where's John Tavar? He probably wants to go see his friend of a friend to tell him about the edibles.
Like, yo, I got a friend. She's gonna sell some edibles. And you know what I'm saying? I just want you to like, you know.
Yeah, man. So we got Krystal from Checkmate Sweets, La Dueña in the house, my co-host, and John Tavar, who is MIA.
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
I'm here.
Right, baby. We thought you got
daddy
abducted.
duties, man. I gotta take care of. But yeah, I'm here, man.
I thought you got abducted.
Oh yeah. We could talk about some stories. I know you guys got some stories about being, you know, abducted. You know what I mean? Especially with the edibles, but I got one little story too.
But yeah, Round Table Podcast, main topic, edibles with Checkmate Sweets. She sells edibles herself. Another one part that we didn't that we failed to mention earlier doing your edible when we were talking about Checkmate Sweets was that you have alcohol infused ones too.
Yes, I do.
I think we didn't mention that, right? Can you just touch up on that real quick?
The bourbon.
Bourbon. The alcohol infused are my truffles. I did find some I had buried in my freezer. So this is what a truffle looks like. Nice, small, bite size.
Nice. Does it melt in your mouth?
It does not.
Okay. That's not my slogan. That's M&M's.
Nah, you gotta bite it.
You gotta bite it. Yeah, take a
because what it is, it's not like so I don't make your traditional truffle. I mean, I do. I have like 4 or 5 traditional flavor truffle, the way the truffles are made, but I don't. My truffles are actually dessert. So what I do is I will take your favorite dessert, I will deconstruct it and then reconstruct it into a nice little ball. In my hands, I do everything by hand. So my truffles I make by hand. It takes me 3 hours from start to finish to make. Everything is done by my hand. So yeah, so I take them, roll them up into a nice little ball, let them freeze, and then I wrap them in some chocolate and I make them look nice and pretty. And there you go, there's your truffle. But yeah, so I do different flavors. Like so during Thanksgiving time and those kind of seasons, I have pie flavors. Christmas time, I have like my Christmas flavors. So I have like candy cane and like white chocolate mocha.
Coquito?
Yes, I do coquito.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Out of here.
Yes, actually, my best friend makes the cookies though.
Pre-book, like
and
those you're not
I infuse that, and I put that, and I work it into my truffle, and I make a truffle.
Oh, I'm in there.
Awesome.
I'm placing my order now for December.
That's crazy. Oh, you gonna pre-order, right? You gonna pre-order for this?
That's a That's a pre-ass order.
Pre, right?
Yeah, so another special with my truffles that will be coming up. So everyone's getting it now. So if you're watching now, you heard it first because you won't be getting it again for another month. Will be my Girl Scout cookies flavor.
Oh, heck
yeah!
You love me some Girl Scout cookie flavor.
I love Girl Scout cookies.
Oh my God, I love Girl Scout
I love
cookies. I order it all the time. My colleagues.
Are we talking about the same Girl Scout cookies? Or
Oh no, we're not talking about the same one.
I like them Girl Scout cookies.
You love the Girl Scout cookies.
Got you. She almost
No.
got you.
Got it, buddy.
Got Tavon out of his shell.
Yeah, we know who the friend of the friend is. We know that.
Yeah, we gonna
We figured it out, buddy.
This friend of a friend.
Nah.
But yeah, man, that's great. So basically, if you want to get lit off an alcoholic treat, then she has it. You want to get lit off a weed-based treat, you can get lit off of a weed-based treat.
Coquito!
Or even if you just want some treats, I do. So like, what's so funny is like that's how my business got started. I didn't start making edibles. I started making just my regular chocolates. Then people was like, "Hey, can you make this an edible?" And I'm like, "Of course I can." And I did. Like, so I make my own oil. I make my own butter. I make sugar, honey, tea.
Oh,
yes, ma'am. I don't know where they are. If you can find them, yes, you can have them. So get them.
Girl, I know. It's like, yes. I love you.
Yeah, so I started out with just regular, basic, non-infused. And then I went from that to then I started offering the vegans, and I started offering gluten-free, and then I figured out how I could infuse the chocolates and my truffles with it, because I was in the shelter, so I can't really bake in the shelter. So once I finally moved into my apartment, then I'm like, all right, bet. I got a stove, I got a real oven, let's do this. So I started making my own butter, making my own oil. So now I make different cooking oils, different cooking butters. So like garlic butter, I infuse garlic butter. Ooh, cook a nice steak in that.
I want to ask you about the oil. You said it.
Yeah, I make it. I make my own. I don't use a machine. I know a lot of people like to use a machine. I think the machine is cool, but I'm old school. Same as when it comes down to baking, I bake from scratch. Like that's how I learned. Like.
Natural.
So yeah, so it's like I like putting in effort to do it. The machine is easy. Yeah, I can pop it in, put whatever. I don't know how it works because I've never seen one, but do whatever settings that you need to do to make it work. And the machine make your butter, or I think it makes oil. I don't know by itself. But I like putting in that hard work. I like grinding up my bud, because that way I get to see the entire process from start to finish. What's crazy is that like in school I hated math and I hated science, but I'm a baker, so that's math and science.
Math and science. There you
chemistry, to be exact, and I hate chemistry. I hated chemistry. It was awful. I took chemistry twice. That's how bad I was at it.
You're doing good at it right now. Look at you doing
now.
it.
I'm good at it. Yeah,
right?
same as math. Like, man,
you learned something.
I hated math. But yeah. But like I've been baking since I was my daughter's age, just before I could even before I could reach the oven. So like in my house, like the oven was like, I had a wall oven, so I wasn't tall enough to reach it, but I was still baking. I was still in the kitchen with mommy and mixing stuff up and with all of that.
You want your daughter to take over eventually in the
future? She doesn't have a choice. When she turns like 7, she's gonna be an employee. Like I can pay her now. I can put her on the child labor laws there. No. I can put her on a payroll now.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. They could be
get them ready at an early age though.
Look at the Olsen twins. Look at the Olsen twins. They were on the payroll.
My daughter has she's been working since she was 3 months old. She's been working for Fisher Price. Like so, I used to live in Buffalo. And with me, I know how to find free stuff. I know how to find stuff for kids. anything. So I'm like, how can I get some free stuff for my baby? So I went on to Fisher Price and I'm like, hey, are you guys looking for product testers? That's how you get free stuff. So they were like, yeah, fill this out, send this back to us. We'd love to have you guys come down. So her first job, I gave her a bath and she made $50 off of a bath.
Wow.
And then then we left with a free toy. So she knows what working is about. I mean, I let her help me every now and then. I let her help mix up some when I'm making my regular stuff. I let her help mix up the batters and stuff like that, and even help with the truffles, put sprinkles on it and things like that. So she's definitely gonna be part of it.
You could put her in for a marketing gig too, you know, like something. Oh
yeah. When I take her with me to a lot of my events, I'll hand her a stack of cards and like, hey, go pass those cards out. And she, hey, my mommy makes she loves it. She's like, hey, look here's the card. My mommy makes truffles. You should try them.
Wow, I love it.
That's what's up.
She's my promoter.
Who's more convincing than a cute baby girl? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're gonna definitely pay attention.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, cause like, what is this you handed me? Desserts. Okay.
Yeah, and then they pop one, and then they're like,
right.
Yeah, man. So definitely. So let's get into the edible stories. I've had a couple of episodes. I've had like this one time I had this a nerd rope, the candy, the rope.
Yeah.
It was 200 milligrams. So they suggested you take 50 at a time, right? So a quarter of the actual bar was like a bar.
Microdose.
Yeah, I take a quarter. Next thing you know, I'm like, okay, this is not doing anything, blah, blah, blah. I took another one.
And as soon as you said that.
A few minutes later, I took another one.
He was like, don't.
I'm there and I'm watching like The Simpsons and shit. And I literally hear Homer's voice like right next to me. And I look and I see Homer next to me.
He's sitting right next to you.
What the fuck? And literally, like, I wanted to be Saved by the Bell.
When I wake up in the morning and the
Saved by the Bell. You guys know.
Don't play that. I'm gonna cry.
I know.
Shout out to Screech, but
rest in peace.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
I literally got Saved by the Bell because for some reason I was sitting on top of the controller because I got so paranoid. I was sitting on top of the controller. I pressed the button on the controller and it switched over, and it was the Saved by the Bell. And the little ring saved my ass. But I woke. I had to literally like go into the bathroom, wash my face. I was looking online to see how to like bring my high down and shit. And supposedly milk brings it down. Milk,
black peppercorn, coffee, and if you take a shower. Yeah, so black peppercorn, take some of it, put it in your hands. Don't bump it. Just
I was like, do I just
don't bump it. Just sniff it.
She was gonna take it like a blast of cocaine.
Yeah. No, but when I say sniff, I mean like don't bump it like you bumping a line. Just,
okay.
She was gonna do that.
Warning.
Smell it.
Right. Smell it.
Like
sure. You see the movie Scarface?
Yeah. Don't be bumping lines of black peppercorn.
Like when I was gonna have the black peppercorn like on a desk and shit like.
I mean, either that or you can take a shot or something because with the alcohol it'll balance itself.
She's like, say hello to my little friend, man.
That's a good thing to know, though. Okay.
But that's interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah. No, like that's another thing. Like I like to let people know, once if you feel a little bit too uncomfortably high, that's to do drink some water, drink some coffee, take a shower.
Caffeine, okay.
Yeah. Something that will mellow it out to bring it down some.
Got it.
I see. Yeah, I don't like smoke too much, but like every once in a while or whatever. But I have this one friend, like she's just rolling, and Nelly knows who this is. She'll roll like, at the end of the day, she'll have like 3
Vanessa?
pounds. Huh?
Vanessa.
Name call it. Come on.
You know exactly what I was talking about. We're hanging out, and she's just like,
me and my friend like that too. Usually we have. It just happens to be like a routine now. Like every Monday is like our day. She'll come over when she goes off of work, and we'll just be rolling up, past the next one.
We're having mommy time.
Yeah, keep going. I take the bong out. Like I smoke different things. I smoke out of a bong. I use a bowl. I have a wake and bake mug that my best friend got me for Mother's Day. So I drink my coffee out of it.
Wow.
At the same time, yeah, it's great.
Oh.
Man.
Yeah.
So, doing a word of advice: don't sniff the black pepper, black corn pepper, whatever.
Don't bump it.
I'll note
Don't
that.
bump it, because then you'll be like,
Smell it.
People like me.
Smell it.
You need people like me.
That's crazy, man.
So going on. I mean, what crazy stories have you had, Krystal?
Yeah,
Under
let's
the
go with her stories. I want to definitely hear
So
I want to hear her story too.
my first edible story. Well, it wasn't my first one. It was my
How old were you
first.
too, though?
I was. Let's see. I'm 33 now.
Yes, we found out your age.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm proud of my age. I am 33 years old.
You are a real lady.
No shame, no baby, no shame. I
My
love it.
black does not crack. Okay, that's because I smoke.
Ooh, I love that. I love that.
But so I want to say this was before my daughter was born, so probably like 28, 27-ish. I was with sperm donors. And I was like, you know what? Let's make some brownies. I really want to make some brownies, so let's make some brownies. So we went and got some Reggie. Went and just got some Reggie to do it because I'm like, I don't want to mess it up off of some loud because I'm gonna be tight if I spend mad money on this. So no, we went and got some Reggie. I didn't know what to do. He didn't know what he was doing. He was like, I know you just added to butter. So he literally grounded up the flour and literally dumped it in the butter and then cooked the butter for a little bit and then just added the whole thing to the brownies. So it made the brownies. They weren't like brownies, more like a cake brownie because he's not a baker. I'm the baker. So they came out more like cake. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's watch some TV while we're doing it. So I ate a whole brownie. He ate one. And we were watching Family Guy. And I ate it and I'm like, damn it. I waited like an hour and I'm like, yo, I don't feel nothing. This brownie ain't do nothing. So he was like, all right, let's eat some more. So we ate like 2 more. So we ate like half the plate of brownies that we made. So then I want to say maybe like another half hour goes by and then I'm sitting on the bed and everything starts moving around me. When I say I was floating, I mean I was floating because I felt like the bed was, I was floating.
Oh my God.
That was like
Everything
that movie
was
Half
just
Baked.
moving. Yeah, but here's what makes matters worse. Here's where the real trip came in, right? So like I said, we was watching Family Guy. Now, this in particular scene, they was in the living room, you know, on the couch. I was on the couch with them and the scene was playing around me. Like I was a character. I was a fly on the wall. Oh my God. I was part of Family Guy. I was on the couch and everything was going on around me. And I'm just like,
there. Oh man.
and then I'm like, is this for real right now? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am really high. Sperm donor, he knocked out, so he don't even know what's going on. So then by the time, I wouldn't even say I came down, then munchies hit in. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get off the bed? Because the bed is floating. I can't get off the bed. So I'm waking him up. I'm like, yo, wake up. I'm hungry, but I can't get off the bed. And he's like, why can't you get off the bed? I'm like, cause it's floating. Like I can't. I'm gonna break my neck if I get off the bed. And he's like, yo, you're high.
That is so funny.
Go to sleep. So I'm like, no, I don't want to go to sleep. I'm hungry. So we get up and I cooked like a pound of bacon.
What the
and I ate an entire
pound of bacon?
I cooked the whole pack of bacon.
Get out of here.
I just took the whole pack, put it in the skillet, and I ate an entire pack.
Oh my God.
Of bacon. And
pound of bacon.
And I washed it down with the Dr. Pepper.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yo, you was calling
That's
him
crazy.
Peter.
Hey, Peter, my thing went off. Your thermostat okay?
Oh man, that's a crazy story. That is one crazy story right
pound
there.
of bacon.
When you
Whole thing
when
of
you see
bacon.
when you see
No, you
yourself
have me
on
on.
when you see yourself on the couch on the TV, when you say something like,
What the fuck?
it was like,
Funnily, I was like Stewie. I'm like, what the deuce? How'd I get here? Like it was
I'm floating. How do I
I
get
love
there?
that show, by the way.
right.
I
I'm
love it.
floating on my bed, but I'm in the TV. It was
Oh
really
my
crazy.
And you're a fly on the wall, like all
right.
that.
Like I was just there. I was a part of the Family Guy. Yeah.
Yes, quite the female golfer.
But no, I mean, like my customers, my clients, my friends, they share their stories with me, so it's always funny. But it's usually after when I like. That's why I make sure I tell them microdose. Only take half, because you're gonna take too much, and then you're gonna start tripping, and you're gonna start being paranoid and hallucinating, and that means that you took too much. Like I had a friend who called me, and she was like, "Oh my God, what did you put in this?" And I'm like, "How much did you take?" And she's like, "I ate the whole thing, but I told you to take half."
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a friend who she was like, she had to go outside because she was so hot. She went outside, and I mean, this was like a few weeks ago. And she's like, I went outside barefoot in New York City.
Oh,
she's like, I couldn't. She was like, I was so hot, nothing could cool me down. I'm like, well,
damn, her neighbors must have
eat
thought
the
she
whole
was human.
thing. Like nobody told you to eat the whole thing. I actually do want to try shrooms though. I do. That's
really.
I want to do that. I do.
So yeah, man. I mean, Dwayne, you got any edible stories?
I mean, not really. I don't really like smoke or play or mess with weed or anything like that. Like I got a lot of drugs.
You're into bigger drugs. Horse tranquilizers. Horse tranquilizers.
I got a lot of drug stories.
Like at first I thought you said you have a lot of drug stories, and I was like, oh, okay.
Don't listen to him.
Yes, yeah.
You got
I got a lot of drunk stories. Like I like, you know, when I'm hanging out with the friends and we're drinking and stuff, like, yeah, we'll drink.
Are you an angry drunk? Are you a crybaby?
I'm a
drunk?
happy drunk.
Great question.
Okay.
I'm a happy drunk. I don't like angry drunks. I try to stay away from those people.
So you smiling all the time. You smiling.
Yeah.
I'm smiling all the time. I love everybody. Like when I'm drunk, I want to marry everybody.
You're mad emotional.
Let's all three get married.
She sounds like this when she's drunk.
You're an emotional drunk.
Because the song, la 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 la, Elmo song.
Oh.
That's me. That's me.
Definitely wake up. Yeah, no gunshots. So definitely wake you up from that drunkenness. So,
she sounds just like Elmo.
John, he makes fun of me because I laugh like Elmo.
Yeah, and when she's drunk, it's even worse.
I had this coworker who she literally sounds like Elmo. Not like when she laughed, but when she actually talked, she sounded like Elmo. She sounded like a little kid on the phone. No, this one night, it was so funny. She called the job because something was going on. And I'm thinking this little kid playing on the phone. And I'm like, yo, please stop calling up here playing around on the phone. Like, this is a restaurant. Right, I know it was a prank call. I'm like, stop calling up here. So then the magic comes out. It's like, hey, Jenna's trying to get in contact with somebody in here. She's saying she's on the phone. I'm like, oh, that's her. Okay, well, tell her to put some bass in her voice because she sounds like a 6-year-old on the phone.
Wow.
But yeah, but no, she really, really, really does sound like Elmo.
Oh my God. It's like, oh, that was you. I thought it was Elmo. Like
right. I'm like, I thought I was getting pranked for a second. Like what I get for answering the phone.
Yo, that is so funny. Yo, Krystal, what's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer?
I am a Cancer.
Okay. I love that.
I am the epitome of a Cancer aside of the shy part. Because I have never been shy my entire life. I don't know where people get that from. I'm not shy, but the empathy, the caring, the nurturing, that's me.
Yeah, I know. I sense that. I'm Aquarius, so you know, I don't know. I just like sense that from people. I'm like, let me ask. I bet you she's a Cancer.
My sister's an Aquarius. My daughter's a Capricorn.
Oh, she's a Capricorn. Oh, she's gonna be a boss when she gets older.
She's gonna be a boss.
Better watch out. She's gonna be a boss. She's gonna be like, mommy.
Gotta put the emphasis in that.
She be trying to. She try it. She be trying.
She's trying, right?
Trying. But no, Capricorns teach you patience and Lord.
Yeah, see, that's opposite from Nelson. He's a Sagittarius and he has no patience.
Oh, you crabby Saggy.
Yeah, I have no patience for stupidity.
My best friend is a Sagittarius, so I know all too well what it's like.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Sagittarius, we're like the bridge protector. Like we teach all other signs how to fight and how to heal shit. So
That's true.
That's why we're big on like we expect a lot from people, and I'll be like,
Blue, you're my boy.
Thank you, sir. You can do it.
Blue, you're my boy.
Epic line right there, man. You can see all the time to one of my boys.
Cancer teach you how to love.
Yeah, for sure.
They
And
do.
yeah. We're that either we really, really love you or we really, really dislike you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so because
But I'm Aquarius. Everybody love me.
we're the gatekeepers. That's what I meant to
Love
say.
me.
We're the gatekeepers of all the zodiac signs. We're the gatekeepers from like human and spirituality. I don't know if you guys ever looked it up, but we're like the gatekeepers of like what it is to be a god and a human being. Because you see the Sagittarius are half and half. They're like God and half horse, half God. So I got a little ponytail sometimes. My butt. But yeah. But I got a story of a friend of mine. She's probably watching right now. She's like my BFF and shit. Shout out to Krystal from Yonkers.
Love Krystal from Yonkers.
She one time, man, she fucking calls me. She's like, "Oh, you wanna come up here? You wanna have like a brownie with me?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. You know, I'm actually working tonight. I can't really make it up there." She's like, "Well, I'm gonna have it, so I'll call you later if something happens to me." Like 5 hours, 5 hours pass by, and I'm about to go to sleep, and I hear the phone going off, and then she picks up. I pick up, and she's like, "Oh my God, Nelson, I'm in a spaceship. I've been abducted by aliens." And I'm like.
Too much.
And I was like, where is the spaceship? I need directions.
Send me your location.
And obviously, you know how you girls don't have sense of direction. She said, "I don't know.
Take that back.
Men don't have sense of direction. Okay.
I know, right? They're the ones they don't want to ask. Oh, darling, ask for directions. Ask for directions. No, I know.
I know where I'm going.
I know where I'm going.
But we've been lost for the past half hour.
Oh my God.
You gotta go back to the gas station, fill up again,
Okay.
and then try it again.
All girls, but some girls do. Okay, I'll say it like that. Some guys do too.
Yeah,
But anyway, I was like, "Where are you?" She's like, "I don't know. I'm somewhere in midair."
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
So I literally had to drive out to her house because I knew she was home. Obviously, that was the last time she told me she was out. And I went, and when I go in, like she's literally like. She's on top of a chair, like looking down. Like she's standing up but looking down. She's like at the very tip of the chair, and she's very petite, so that the chair wasn't gonna break on her. But she's leaning over on the tip. I'm like, no wonder you're like in midair because you're actually in midair.
You're on top of a chair with your little ass.
Yeah. I had and I kind of helped her out to get sober, but it was really bad. It took like 3 hours to get her back to normal.
Dang.
3 hours, damn.
What was in that edible?
You know why?
A lot
Because
of
she's
hours.
so small. I'm trying to tell you, like Krystal, I've seen you before, and you're like petite as well. She's more petite than you.
Size doesn't matter when it comes down to edibles.
Does it?
Nope, it's your metabolism. And so
Metabolism,
edibles,
okay.
THC does not work the same way as alcohol does because the
I
THC attaches itself to the fat. So if you have a fast metabolism, it's gonna go a lot faster. It's gonna hit you faster.
I'm fat. I got a slow metabolism.
Wow.
It's still gonna hit you in about 20-25 minutes though.
Yeah, shit, man.
That I can guarantee. I can tell you that.
I tried one, but I was like too scared. Like I took one bite of a brownie and nothing really happened. I took a really small bite, so it was probably just me, like, and it didn't do anything. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna just drink instead.
I mean, my friend called me one time and she was like, "I don't think I'm breathing." And I'm like, "Well, then how are you talking?"
I got that too, though.
But I felt like that too.
You were like, "I can't breathe. I don't think I'm breathing." I'm like, "Well, you called me, so you're
God.
breathing."
That's the most hilarious thing, man. Oh my God.
They were like, "Oh my God, I can't feel my heart beating." I've gotten those. Like, I get those. Because I tell people, especially when it's their first time, I'm like, "Hey, let me know how it went."
Oh
man,
it's so hilarious. I can relate to that though. One of my boys did that. I'm gonna be no names though, but Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. That reminds me though. You guys remember there was a 911 call. He was high up, the guy, and he told the operator, "I think I'm dead."
Yep.
Oh yeah, you heard that, right? Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm like, I think I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like, you're not dying, you're just high.
Oh my
I
god,
think
that's
you're
funny,
just
man.
really hot.
You cannot, and here's one thing that people would think: you cannot. Let me get leaning closer. You cannot die from a cannabis overdose. You're gonna sleep for a while, and you're gonna wake up hungry as hell, but you can't.
Well, there's no record of ODing. There's no
'Cause you
record of
can't.
someone ODing.
Yeah, there is none.
You can't.
Yeah,
There is none.
that's
I
true.
mean, you
everything
can,
else, yes.
you can, if you want to consider, taking too much as ODing, but nah, you can't die from it. You're
You
just gonna
just
be
freak out,
really
that's
high, and you'll just get paranoid.
Yeah, definitely.
But it also depends on what the strain is. So another thing, what I do, which is, I can't speak for anyone else. I ain't trying to shade nobody else's business, but I give out strain information. So whatever strain I use to make the oil that I put into my products, when you get your box from me, you receive the strain information. So it lets you know what side effects to expect to have, what it's going to do, what it's perfect
good.
for. Because, like I said, I like to educate my customers on cannabis. So it is a medicine. It is a form of medication, like any other medication. There are side effects. Every different type of medication, every different strain has a different side effect. So always look into and know what it is that you are smoking.
Mm-hmm. And know what your tolerance to.
Yes.
Because a lot of people just eat the whole thing because it must taste delicious.
And that's another thing, and that is why I use a certain conversion thing to know exactly my dosage is in it. So I can confidently tell you, okay, well, this brownie is 150 milligrams, and this one is 100. So that way, when I tell people to microdose, so you know exactly how much you're taking. So if I give you 100 milligram brownie, and I say, quarter it. So you already know, okay, well, this is 25 milligrams. This is 25,
okay.
25. So that's why I tell people to microdose that way, so you know exactly how much you are taking. Because for people who do have like an actual prescription, so I do have a medical marijuana card for the state of New York. So my prescription is I'm supposed to take 285 milligrams of THC every 3 to 4 hours.
What?
So I'm high all day.
Wow.
I'm high all day.
I am the baked baker because I am baked.
I'm baked. Oh man, that's crazy.
That's funny.
But so the reason why I do have to take that much for it, because I have I have nerve damage in my back. So when it comes to cannabis, if you have any type of neurological pain, so it comes down to like nerve pains and things like that. Like I have a bulging disc, and one of them is sitting on a nerve in my back.
Wow.
Yeah, and I also have sciatica on my right side. So anything that deals with like your nerves and things like that, that is where your THC is really good for. So the higher the THC, the better. As you can see, I'm sitting down, I'm cool. Normally I can't sit for longer than 15 minutes because my entire back will go numb, so I'd have to get up.
That's like me too. I got sciatica on my right side, but I think it was because and Nelly knows because I drive a lot. Like, I think it's all the years of me like sitting in my car and always constantly driving. I'm not too sure if that has anything to do with it.
Did you have an epidural with your son?
Yes, I did.
That could be from that.
Spends long hours traveling with kilos of cocaine in the trunk of her.
But no, like a lot of it, like especially with a lot of women who end up having and going through the sciatica and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10 is from the epidural from giving birth.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wow.
I mean, they're not gonna tell you that.
Is it safe to say that you've are baked right now because you've been sitting down for a long time, Krystal? So you haven't got up.
It's been an hour.
She said she was. She did say she was baked, right?
Yeah, I'm always baked.
We're gonna call you
like even
baked.
if I'm not. I mean, if I'm not smoking it, I'm drinking it because I make tea with it. I make honey. I make sugar.
Wow, you
so
can do everything with that.
Wow.
yeah, I do. I cook with it. So It's my medication.
So we're gonna do. So there's gonna be a sequel to Half Baked. It's gonna go Full Bake, featuring Krystal.
Full bake every day.
Full bake with Checkmate.
Listen, if you can get Dave Chappelle in, that would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
I love this.
We gotta pitch in the story though. We gotta pitch and make it right though. We gotta make sure.
Yeah.
I could. I'm pretty sure I could.
All right, so look, we're gonna share that clip that John Tavar was talking about the phone call. You guys ready?
Oh.
Let me know if you guys can hear this.
And we can't hear it. It's pretty low. It's pretty low.
I can hear
It's
it.
very low.
Yeah.
Let's repeat it again.
Can you please send rescue? I think we're done.
So the headline ate a pot of brownies.
Is that what happened?
It headlines saying he overdosed on pot brownies.
Hilarious. He's second. No, I think we're dead.
He's like, and he sounds so serious too. He's like, and I think we're dead.
Man, that was definitely a white boy for sure.
Of
I
course.
think we're dead.
He was probably an older person too. Didn't know what he was getting into. Because I mean, I get through, like when I do my pop-ups, every now and then I'll get an older person. They be like, you know what? I've been smoking for, save it, eat that edible, and then come say something to me. Because smoking is way different than eating it. Like I don't care.
Very different.
Exactly. I don't care how long you've been smoking for. Like I've been smoking for, I hope none of my family is watching this, but I've been smoking for about 20 years now. So I don't care how much of a tolerance you have. You try one of my edibles, you're gonna get high.
That's the whole point.
Exactly. And you're gonna feel it. You're gonna deny it and deny and deny and be like, nah, I'm not feeling nothing. Yeah, you a whole lie because you are.
That's the thing. People, they want it. It's different. When you smoke it, you get high instantly. You know, a couple coughs or whatever. But when you eat it, you gotta
wait a little bit.
You gotta wait. Yeah. But when it gets there, it gets there.
And
it's gonna hit you out of nowhere.
1 minute you're gonna be fine. Next minute you're like, whoa.
Whoa.
Like that meme where the lady's like on that rocking thing. Yeah. It'd be like that.
Rocking back and forth.
Yeah, no, there was this meme. It's like she's like on a roller thing.
Oh, okay.
And she's like leaning in the crowd. I don't know, it's some show type thing. And they're like, when the last time you said them edibles ain't shit, and then you start rocking and you start rolling around. Yeah, it'd be like that.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
Listen, we got an article here just for our viewers and our listeners that don't know about edibles, never tried it. You know, Krystal has done a beautiful job of explaining what edibles are from her end, but for people who have a hard time acclimating, let's just show them an article here from the cannabis-tours.com. I'm gonna pull it up right now, and it gives you basically a list of the different types of edibles available, the effects of it, and blase. So we're gonna get into that real quick, and yeah, let me see what we got here. Let me know when you guys are ready to. You guys ready? You ready to see it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You can do it, man. You can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Here we go. It's coming back up. What's going on here? But yeah, so edibles are, I mean, like, you know, the medicinal benefits too. It's like, you know, see here. Oh, sorry. You guys are seeing my soundboard here. Shit.
But as you're saying that, one thing about edibles, though, I mean, most people are not really smokers, though. You know what I'm saying? And that's a great way for people that, you know, who are not smokers are able to actually fulfill a high off that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, so
smoke.
my doctor, she would prefer it if I did not smoke at all, but I told her she'd have to fight.
Because, I mean, smoking still affects your lungs. I mean, people have this misconception that it doesn't affect your lungs, but it does when you smoke weed.
Yeah.
It does.
I think it's the wrap that is more dangerous to your lungs.
Exactly. It depends on how you smoke it. So, like, I do hemp. so it's natural. You know,
Okay.
I utilize the whole plant. Okay, so the hemp is made from the leaf. So and I'm smoking. So yeah, so that's what I like to utilize with that. Because what people claim to be, oh, I'm addicted to it. You're not addicted to it. What you're addicted to is you're addicted from the tobacco. You're addicted to the nicotine that's in that tobacco that you have to dump out when when you bust down to roll your blunt. And that's what the thing is. That's what you're getting addicted to, is that like I promote smoking
when you unwrap the
organically.
Dutch.
Yeah. So glass. I have a silicone bowl. I have a glass bowl. I have a glass bong. So yeah, glass, silicone. I have like a little metal pipe. So yeah, so anything where it's just, if you're going to smoke it, smoke just the weed. Like.
Alrighty.
Good to know.
Marijuana edibles are cannabis-infused food products that offer delayed yet extended effects. We spoke about the extended effects. You can have an edible. You think that shit is not gonna get you. Guess what? It creeps up and it says, "Gotcha, motherfucker."
Yep. Well, edibles, what it is you have a full body high. So it's not like when you're smoking, you just have a head high. No, when you have an edible, you have a full body high. Now, one thing I can tell you about my edibles is that sometimes, even if you go to sleep, when you wake up, you might still be high. Because remember, it has to digest.
Yes,
so when you're sleeping, digestion goes way slower.
Yeah.
So when you wake up in the morning, you be like, whoa, yep, still high.
Yo, listen, talking about
always
that,
take it easy.
that shit. The last time I had an edible, now that you said that, I remember that I woke up still fucking lit. Like I was fucking still. And I called out from work that day because I was like, I can't go to work like this. Like I had a bed lock. What they call bed lock. I was locked into my bed. Like I didn't want to get up. It wasn't floating like yours, but they were like, "Is there an exorcist in the house?"
Oh my God.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
I was like, I couldn't even, like, one time I got lit and I couldn't even get up from the floor onto my bed. So I just slept on the floor.
You're like, I love you, Mother Earth.
I tried to put one leg up and that was as far as I got.
This wasn't happening.
One leg
Like,
up.
you know what?
So I just slept like that. Like,
lay here.
You know, in the murder scene, where they chalk the dead body and it looks like that. Yeah, I slept just like that on the floor all night long.
Oh my God.
Damn, man.
I can relate to that though. Sure.
All right, so marijuana edibles offering a tasty alternative to smoking or vaporizing cannabis, like John Tawara said earlier. Some people rather not smoke because it affects their lungs, right? Marijuana edibles are food and beverage products that have been infused with cannabis, which comes from a marijuana plant. Consumers who enjoy marijuana edibles typically prefer the extended and most intense effects that they offer compared to other types of marijuana products.
See, you know what I don't like? What I don't like about this article, wherever you find it, I hate the use of the word marijuana. So for those of you who don't know, marijuana is actually a derogatory term for the plant. The name of the plant is called cannabis. It's a plant. And that's the plant. So that's, and it's also hemp. So what your money is made out of, the money is made out of hemp. So the money comes from the hemp.
I mean, people associate it with negative connotation, though. You're right about that, marijuana.
Yeah, marijuana. No, it's called cannabis.
Very true.
Yeah. So many different types of marijuana edibles are available to purchase in legal marijuana states or cannabis. It's called cannabis, so for Krystal's sake.
I mean,
for cannabis
well,
states,
you can get them from me. You ain't got to be in a legal state. But.
Throughout the United States, where more than half of the states have legalized recreational or medical marijuana, it's also common now for cannabis connoisseurs to make their own marijuana-infused cuisines at home. Like Krystal, she's a cannabis connoisseur, so she makes it at home, right? Infused cuisine, and she made a business out of it. While cannabis edibles are more popular among regular long-term marijuana users, they're also a flavored choice among beginners who are being introduced to cannabis for the very first time and looking for an easy way to take their marijuana. So for beginners usually start with edibles, according to this article. I don't think it's a good idea. I mean, honestly,
I would not recommend anyone who has
Why though, Krystal? I mean, can you explain to the listeners?
The reason, let me explain my reason first. So my reason is because I've smoked marijuana and I've done edibles, and I'll tell you straight off the back, edibles have a long-term effect, like it says here, and they hit much harder. So I wouldn't recommend it, but Krystal can elaborate a little bit more.
Well, why I would recommend it, one is because if you don't know your tolerance for just regularly smoking, you can't gauge your tolerance from eating it because it's in a completely different thing. It affects you differently. It hits you differently. Like I said, when you smoke it, cool, yeah, the vapors, whatever, will go right into your bloodstream and then it's out. When you eat it, it's gonna work. It, like I said, it's a full body high, so it works its way throughout your body, throughout your organs, through everything. And that's why, yeah, I get it, the smoking part, because you are, inhaling, the carbon dioxide that's going in. Yeah, it's bad for your lungs. But let me tell you something. I have very clear lungs. That I can tell you that. And I told you how long I have been consuming it. So, a lot of times when it comes down with like the pharmaceutical companies and, with doctors and stuff like that, they're always going to want to make it seem like you're doing the worst thing ever, like it's bad. But then you come across a patient like me, and then when I come to school, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and they do have doctors that say otherwise, like especially, I like watching the Vice channel. And, I know they give a lot of information that you obviously won't see in the other public channels.
Of course not.
You see the doctors and they're all for it, and they explain to you why. You know what I mean? So it's every doctor is different. My brother's a doctor, my sister are both doctors as well. And they both have totally different things to say, even though they both went to the same school. My sister is completely holistic. So she only believes in natural healing. And it's so
she's
funny.
For it.
Yeah. And I'm all for it. You know what I mean? She talks about the coronavirus and how it affects and how natural healing can help. And meanwhile, if you had that same conversation with my brother, he'll say the total opposite. And it's so hilarious,
Wow.
That's my brother's a doctor too, and that's one of the things that him and I don't see eye to eye with. But that's one thing that he would not be like, oh, that's bad. No, because he already knows what's up. So that's an argument that he already knows he's gonna lose if he tries to get into it with me. Now, you can school me. You can show me all these different. This study showed this, and this journal said that. Well, what a lot of people don't seem to understand is behind a lot of these studies that they do on on cannabis and its effects, stuff like that, you have to look at one, where the medical journal was published at, and two, who their sponsors are, who's behind it. Because let's say it's whoever is in charge of the study, they already have a bias against it. So of course that study is going to show you results that are negative.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Versus you can come past a study where they are okay with it and then they're cool with it, they understand the workings of cannabis and not getting paid off by some pharmaceutical company. So of course they're going to show you what the real benefits are. Yeah, like I said, there's things that you cannot win in an argument or going back and forth with me about breastfeeding and cannabis, because you'll lose.
No, but that's absolutely
I'm
true.
putting my money on you, Krystal.
Like you will absolutely lose. Because so here's the thing when it comes out, especially like how I say how it's a medication, I explain to you like what my dosage is. So I also have lupus. So for certain things, it's needed. So the certain medications that my doctors will have me prescribed to taking for my lupus, it's going to kill off my liver and my kidneys. And then I'm going to end up needing dialysis. I'm going to need a kidney transplant because my aunt has it. Like it runs in my family. So I've seen what this autoimmune disease does. So I know what my future is looking like. And this is exactly how I like to explain it to my doctor. You can keep prescribing me these muscle relaxers and these painkillers, but I'm going to let you know right now, I'm not going to take them.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like
because I'm going to end up going into multi-organ failure because of it. So why am I going to keep taking this and keep taking it when I can just smoke or take an edible and be fine?
Absolutely. A lot of people like my sister opened up my eyes about antibiotics. I didn't even realize how dangerous antibiotics was. How if you take one antibiotic or penicillin or whatever that the doctor prescribes for you, your gut, it messes up your whole gut for 6 to 12 months. So it takes 6 to 12 months to get back to your normal natural gut. You know what I mean? Even if you're vegan, even if you eat healthy and all that, the damage is already done with the antibiotic. You know what I mean?
Forbid if you have an allergy to an antibiotic, you can actually.
Yeah, my mother's
you
actually
could die
allergic to
from it.
penicillin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
my
can-
mother
you
is
can
allergic
end up
to
paralyzed, or you can end up paralyzed, basically,
Yeah.
or some like you can end up speechless for the rest of your life too. That's happened to some people. They get get into seizures, and then they're not the same ever again.
Absolutely. That's what I always side with
And
my
that's
sister,
what a
all
good
about
and that's
natural
what a
healing.
good thing with cannabis is actually is good for in health. So like a lot of people there's so many different types of disorders, diseases, and things like that cannabis actually help with.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's, epilepsy, so many different things, lupus, because I
Yeah.
am one. Like even Nick Cannon has talked about it. You know how he uses cannabis when he has flare ups. So if you ever have what it feels like when you have the flu,
Yeah.
that achy, groggy feeling. So when you have
Chills.
lupus, that's usually what you feel like all the time. That's how I feel every single day. Every single day, I feel like crap. And it doesn't matter. I can sleep a full 12 hours and I'll wake up still feeling like I didn't sleep at all.
Shit.
So, and that is because, with lupus, what happens is the body attacks healthy tissue. And that is another reason why taking certain antibiotics is not good. Taking a lot of different things isn't good. So I don't take any medication for anything whatsoever. I smoke and I do natural stuff. I have my teas that I drink. I have friends who's a naturalist, so she makes me different types of capsules and different things like that. God gave us the earth to live off of.
Absolutely.
So why am I going to go and get something that's man-made that, nothing is one size fits all. So you can't give me this and tell me that, okay, this is going to help me with that. But no, what this is going to happen is you're going to give me this one little pill for this one symptom that I'm having. And that's going to cause another side effect that you're going to give me another pill for. Why would I want that?
Yeah.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
Definitely. I agree.
A lot of things, yeah, man. For sure. But let's get back into this article with the cannabis legalization expanding and the demand for marijuana products increasing over recent years. The market for cannabis edibles has surged. There are many types of different marijuana infused foods, beverages now available to buy in dispensaries. And so let's just go down through a list. I mean, Checkmate Sweets has her edible products too. But these are probably the most popular ones: cookies, brownies, and other baked goods, chocolates, chewy edibles, hard candies, pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, the pizza.
Listen, all you have to see, the thing is, what about making edibles, it makes it it's really easy. Once you make your oil or your butter or whatever, that's your base. So all you have to do is just incorporate into any recipe that calls for oil, or any recipe that calls for butter. You just put that in there. Same as for sugar. I make sugar too. So any recipe that calls for sugar, just if I want to infuse it, I throw that sugar on in there.
Wow.
You got chips, nuts and trail mix, ice cream, sodas, dessert balls, sauces, dressing, condiments, coffee, teas, energy drinks, you name it.
Hold on, that's interesting. Energy drinks? How does that work?
Yeah.
So with an energy drink, how it would work with an energy drink is, so when it comes down to cannabis, you have your sativa, which is your upper, that's your wake and bake. That would most likely, that's what they would put in a energy drink, because that's your upper, that brings you up. Your indica, that's what brings you down. That's mostly, I want to say 9 times out of 10, all my edibles, the flower I use is either indica hybrid dominant or indica, for indica, because you take that, it's a dessert, at nighttime, end of the night, or you chilling, take a bite, take one, cool, calm, good for the rest of the day. So your sativa, that's your upper, that's what's going to wake you up, that's going to keep you up after you take all in the morning time, that's your wake and bake. So those are things that you want to do. Like I said, I like to educate people, so you know what you're taking,
that's good,
how
though.
to take it, and know the differences of it and things like that. Yeah, because you don't want to just go out here. So I know a lot of times, back in the 90s, I like the early 2000s, where it really wasn't as big as it is now, where you have websites like Weed Maps or Leafly and things like that can actually break down what it is. So someone come and give you something like, oh, well, what's this? Oh, I don't know what this is. This is weed. So I'm gonna smoke it, and if it's not the right thing that goes right with whatever I got going on, that's how people have bad trips.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're taking.
Yeah,
that's why I give all strain information. And I make sure, even when I was just going with some regular little plug on the street, I made him get into knowing what he's giving me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna buy from you. You don't know what you're selling me, so I know what I'm selling to my customers. I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I have to have hybrids. I can't do sativa or indica just 100%. I have to have a 50-50 strain. And me, I go to leafy.com, like you said. I check out the strain, the potency of it, and what percentages of sativa and what percentages of indica has, and then I make my decision from there. So I mean, that's how I do it. But real quick, how are marijuana edibles made? In general, they're made using two processes. Food edibles like cookies or brownies are made with canna butter or cannabis oil. Canna butter is unsalted butter that has been blended with ground cannabis flower and water. The marijuana infused butter can then be added in place of regular butter in baking recipes. So that's what happens when you bake them. You also
do not add
oil.
water. I know that thing said water, but I'm gonna let you guys know something right now. So THC and is not really, it's not compatible with water. So when you add water to it, you're actually destroying it. So I would not recommend adding water to it, especially not like with a butter. That's just weird. Like that's not how I make it.
And you know what? It's great that you're here because like that you can debunk this article and.
But I mean, like, so there's different ways of making it. Some people do it with the butter, but to me, I feel like you're destroying it. Like, why would you add water to butter? Because then you're also breaking down the
oil and water don't mix.
Exactly.
Oil and water don't mix. So it kind of makes sense. You're right. But that's great that we have you on so that you can guide people a little bit better, because sometimes these articles are based off of a particular sponsor, like you said earlier.
You got to know who's writing and who's buying it. Like, if the person who's writing it, so you know what you're talking about. Like,
so canna oils, which blends ground cannabis flower with any type of cooking oil, can also be used for baking dessert foods. But it's generally used for blending into homemade sauces or salad dressings, sauteing veggies, or low temperature frying on the stove. To make marijuana infused beverages, you can add droplets of cannabis extract in liquid form or in tinctures, or added to drinks. Marijuana tinctures, which allow those making edibles on their own at home to have greater control over THC levels in their edibles, can also be added to food products. So that's for
that. I agree. So tinctures, I mean, I know a lot of people who make tinctures. I'm not a fan of tinctures, but tinctures are a great way of infusing other things like drinks and things like that. But there are places where you can buy water soluble THC to make drinks. That's not my organizing, but
awesome. But yeah, man, I mean, we got we had a little bit of an insight, from Krystal's professional view of how she makes it, and then we had to like basically look at what supposedly that article said what the standard is. But it's good to have both perspectives and have somebody expert as yourself kind of tell us what your opinion is and what's worked out for you, and like that we can better guide our viewers and our listeners. Because we are the source to knowledge. That's what we go by, right? So it's best to give out the right information than the bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways to make it. There's different methods how to make it. I mean, I use a very simple method. I use a mason jar method. So what I do is I ground up my bud. I put my oven on for 225. I put it in a mason jar, put a lid on, leave it in the oven for about hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And then I take whatever oil I use. I mostly use, for baking, I use coconut oil. For cooking, I use grapeseed oil, which is really good.
Grapeseed oil, I love it.
Grapeseed oil.
When I make butter, I use real butter, not margarine, not spread, real Irish butter. I use the unsalted butter if I'm baking. If I'm using it to cook with, I use the salted butter because who wants to cook with bland food. But there's always different things to do it. So I'll mix in my oil, put it in my Instapot for about 2.5 to 3 hours, take it out, strain it using a coffee filter, and boom, there's your oil. Or if you're making butter, there's your butter. Or if you're doing honey, and you have your honey. And I mean, some people have processes where it's like 12 hours. And I'm like, I don't got that much time.
Yeah, man. But
Thank you for sharing all that information.
You're welcome.
So much.
It's great. It's great to have this information out there for people, who are interested in taking edibles or just getting into the whole medicinal part of cannabis, right? Because there's a lot of medical benefits. So people, there's people out there looking into getting into the medicinal benefits of marijuana. So yeah, man, Dinner at the Round Table podcast. Krystal, thanks for coming on the show. Checkmate Sweets. Let's just drop the social media information so people can get access.
Show it off. That's like, I love it. I love it.
And know where they can purchase your goods.
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram at Checkmate Sweets. I'm also on Twitter, but I don't really use my Twitter, so please don't tweet me because I probably won't respond to you. So yeah, the best place to honestly reach me is either through Instagram or Facebook or through my text line. I do respond to those messages. So once you first sign up for it, you'll get an auto text response. But anything after that comes directly from me. You can reply to that. So people do order through there. So you can send me your orders through there. You can order it through Instagram. You can send me an order through Facebook. If you need to see my menu, just let me know. I'll send you the menu. I'll let you know my prices and how long the process is take. I do accept Cash App. So I do Cash App, or I can send you an invoice. Those things work easier for me. I try not to accept cash a lot, especially at like events, especially now with Corona. So cashless works best for me.
Yes, so use digital money transfers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And if you're gonna text that number, make sure you text chocolate.
Yes.
The 917-722-9482.
Well, I definitely look forward to placing my order soon.
Place it now. You're gonna wait till December, really? Come on.
No.
Remember earlier she was like, I want to get something for Christmas.
No, she wanted the coquito, and that only comes around during the right season.
So you can order something now and then order the coquito later. Stop being cheap, La Doña. Come on, stop it. Support your independence.
So I can place my order.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, man. So Dinner at the Round Table podcast, we do a final thought.
Great episode, by the way. It's a great episode, by the way. Very informative, though.
Yeah, very informative. Yeah, for sure. John Tavar got mind blown today.
I mean, I got not gonna say mind blown because I'm not really I'm sorry, cannabis guy, but it's great though because I mean it is coming up though. But yeah, go ahead now.
Not for sure. No, I mean, but regardless like that, to pass down information to somebody else, and the medicinal benefits. And when you retire out of the DOE, you might become a stoner. You never know.
Final thought. Let's go.
Final thought, Krystal. We're gonna start off with you since you're the guest. We want to put the spotlight on you real quick. Final thought for you, as far as like the edible game.
My final thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. Order for me, buy for me. I should
like your final thought. Like what would you like to tell to your listeners and your soon to be customers? Something that they like to.
I'm the best. No. No, I'm just know that when you're dealing with me, I am very, very professional. That's one thing that I put above all else. Is my professionalism. I mean, when you order from me, it comes in a gift. So let me show you. Everything, all my packaging, I do beautiful packaging. So you'll get a pretty box.
Nice.
See?
Oh, nice. Okay.
And your treats and stuff will be in there. So yeah, Valentine's Day. So you'll get
4 brownies, and I'll see you Thursday.
A little thing for tips, which was pretty much to tell everyone, hey, just in case if your treats are a little hard because it is winter time here, pop them in the microwave. You get business cards.
Okay. Oh, there you go. I like that. That looks
And
very nice.
straight information. Like I say, every order comes with straight information.
Nice.
So I tell you the name of the strain and you get the THC amount. So this one right here is Dose-Dose. So it says Dose-Dose is an indica-dominant hybrid. Enjoy a stony, in-your-face buzz off the start that melts down over the body, prettifying the consumer with relaxation that emanates outward. So you'll get a full body high.
Ooh, nice.
And if you get flour from me, which is just my Valentine's Day orders, everything comes in a nice little bag.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Yes, definitely gonna be placing my order.
Nice little gift.
Love that.
Final thought, buddy. Your turn.
My final thought, or well, let me just go with me though, because I want to definitely let this out. So I mean, great episode again, very informative. I think with everything else though, I think just like anything else, everything's about moderation though. It's one thing we definitely want to make it clear though. It's moderation. I mean, we're talking about just about anything. It's knowing how to moderate.
Yeah.
And knowing your body too though. Knowing your body, because we do live in an age though that everything has to be instant gratification right away. So when you don't feel it right away, like you feel, oh, I don't feel it, so you're gonna like take some more. But it's really to understand that everything's based on moderation. And I actually learned that through experience too though. I mean, like I said earlier though, I'm not really really a smoker like that. I mean, even in high school, I was like the only person in my group that didn't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I was a ball player, and these guys were ball players too, but they would get high as a kite.
I ran track.
Play ball. I'm telling you right now, these guys would be high as a kite and still play ball regular. But I never got really into that. But I do want to share a story though. I used to manage an artist that was a heavy guy. Like, I mean, the first thing he did when he woke up was smoke.
Wow.
Smoke. This guy literally would smoke. Like, I mean, I don't know how much a day. And it was one time that, went to the studio and, I'm like, you know what? Let me just, all right, whatever. And yeah, it got crazy for me. It got crazy. It got very crazy for me. Like, I mean, I'm talking about like, I'm thinking about like, the universe, like, I mean, as far as like the planets, and I'm like, I'm some, like, I'm just thinking about Men in Black, like people disguised as aliens, and, like, are you an intruder? Like, it was kind of crazy, but, I mean, again, though, but it goes with moderation though. I think the cannabis business is going to blow. It's definitely going to blow, especially when it becomes more legalized. And I know that a lot of people have been jumping on it. Like Jay-Z actually jumped on it, which I kind of assumed already. You know what I'm saying? I know he's going to jump on it, but we got to really support our own though, because I mean, still to this day, the cannabis industry is still run by, and I hate to generalize like
by
that.
them people.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I mean, you said it. You definitely said it. So we definitely got to, once that the business starts to jump in, we got to support our own though. We definitely have to support our own. And Krystal, I'm all the way for you though. So, definitely respect that. Definitely respect
Absolutely.
that. And I appreciate the information that you provided for us, I'm saying, Dinner at the Round Table podcast. So thank you.
Absolutely. And I'm going to go next with my final thought. I mean, first of all, Krystal, thank you so much for coming on to the show at Dinner at the Round Table. I learned so much information from you, and especially to our listeners out there, like, you know what I mean? This cannabis thing is definitely booming, and it's booming for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is starting to learn that medicine, that man-made medicine really isn't everything. And, I could really say that, especially, like I mentioned before, my brother's a doctor, my sister's a doctor, and they both have totally different point of view. And that got me thinking so much about like, oh my God, you know what? Like, I can't believe how much I'm destroying my body, popping all these Tylenol each and every single time I have a headache, or you know what I mean? Like all these different medicines. And then, I just feel like crap either way. You know what I'm saying? So like, thank you for shedding that light, but yeah, pretty much my final thought is, just do some research of your own, like start learning, and it's not just cannabis, it's other things as well.
There's so many different other types of herbs that people can
that are just healthy for you. There are certain herbs that are good for your lungs. There are certain herbs that are good for your skin. You know what I mean? Cannabis is just, the popular part of it, obviously, because of the THC and it gets you high and everything like that. But there's just so much more natural healing out there. And if you just do your research and investigate for yourself, you know what I mean? I used to be the type of person that would always be about medicine and fast food and all this unhealthy stuff. You know what I mean? Until I started doing research on certain things on my own. And I was just like, oh my God, you know what? Like, I don't want to be popping no Advil or Tylenol or all this man-made stuff. You know what I mean? It's all about making the money. And I have a friend who works in the pharmaceutical industry. Like his job is sales. So he travels everywhere to sell Bayer products. And the money that he makes is just astronomical. And I just think about it. I'm just like, why you got to make so much money, like selling drugs, you know what I mean? Legal drugs, obviously, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy. It's like, he would literally walk around with fresh printed money. And he's a business guy. When you see him, you would never think that, He don't look like a drug dealer or anything like that. Like he's just a.
I don't mean to cut this short, but
No, yeah.
Uber here is brought my phone that I've had.
Oh yeah, go do your
so.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you, yo.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Dinner at the Round Table podcast. My final thought is: don't get high on your own supply, and if you are gonna get high on your own supply, it better be from Checkmate Sweets. Dinner at the Round Table podcast. We're out of here, man. You already know, man.
Peace
we'll check
out.
you out next week, same time every week. Dinner at the Round Table podcast, guys. I really love y'all. Take y'all next week, man. Dinner at the Round Table podcast.
Peace out.
Big fucking uptown. Suck my dick, nigga. Big bean, y'all heavy on the fucking ice. You already know what time it is. Shouts to Shorty Reesley. True 157. Free all the real rights. Free all the men. Rock, yeah. 7 block, nigga. When it's wartime, we gon' slide together. 7 blocks. Smoking on the gas, you can smell the pressure. Fly shit, only do it with no effort. Can't walk on my Timbs, I'm a big stepper. Step up on the spot, I'm a big stepper. Get to the bag, I'm a big stepper. These niggas is mad, I'm a big stepper. Can't walk on my Timbs, I'm a big stepper.
If these niggas talking hot, bro, then go get the stick. No matter where I go, I'ma always jack my shit. And the pot's gon' ride, you can't fit in this whip. And if the ops gon' slide, we gon' shoot at the tip. And if you not certified, don't jack my shit. I'ma always keep the poke if I don't carry the grip. And I'm so New York like Biggie and Kiss. I got a 40 in my butters, can't walk in these Timbs.
I got a fiend, look like how I could giggle. He'll do perks, he just snip at eagle. Probably get a kilo for my homie Primo. Texas moving silence, I got your hito. Pull up to your block like I'm Debo. Turn 100 bullets to 0. G-code, nigga, that's the street code. I don't gotta prove nothing cause the streets know.
Make it nasty, get it poppin', get it crackin'. Pistol on me if it's static. Being with the chitter chatting. Glock 40 automatic. I get sturdy with the ratchet. It's a 30 that I'm packing. If you try me, it get tragic. That's offended. Man, I'ma up it if you test me. Used to be drippin' in Kenzie, now I'm drippin' in Givenchy. Used to ride around in renties, now I pull up in the Benzie with a sturdy to assist me. In the highway getting Becky like.
When it's wartime, we gon' slide together. Smoking on the gas, you can smell the pressure. Fly shit, only do it with no effort. Can't walk on my Timbs, I'm a big stepper. Step up on the spot, I'm a big stepper. Get to the bag, I'm a big stepper. These niggas is mad, I'm a big stepper. Can't walk on my Timbs, I'm a big stepper.
Hey yo, free the fucking members, man. Free Pudge, free all they hot. Free Mini-Me, free Baby G, nigga. Free Jimmy out the feds, you know that. Free the Pats, man. Free the Rockets, man. Free the gang. Rocket.
The gangsters and the hustlers that said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, The gangsters and the hustlers that said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, Perfect aim can never miss, but who gon' break the arrow? They talking sideways, but never walk the straight and narrow. I think heavy, so I'm taking on the widest load. I'm trying to level up to balance out the highs and lows. I talk less to keep my eyes exposed. Watching for the opportunists in your crew, they disguise as foes. Being me makes me different from the rest. They shouting out your failures, but whisper your success. Yes, sometimes I'd rather hit the beach cheering vacay, but then I realize that each year a payday. Never will I ever stop, I will be forever hot. I'm a Scorsese on the mic with a clever plot. More crazy with the flow, I'ma let you tell it. Cop the drop for the low just to get you jealous. I'm getting way better, and I age better. Still remain cool even when they say it's strange weather. The gangsters and the hustlers that said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, The gangsters and the hustlers that said, the culture and the sisters even said, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, need to come back, They saying let's get it, G-Dep. They drying off while I'ma get my feet wet. Classic J's for the gear, I keep fresh. Nobody do it like me, keep sweat. They like live, you got that fire all along. But it's hard to hear your truth when you're lying in a song. They celebrate the weak but ain't admiring the strong. Bring a ruckus when I rhyme, but I'm quiet as the storm, man. I ain't trying to be a martyr or a slave. I grow smarter and I change and go harder in my ways. Never been bitch, was a starter in my days. Ain't trying to be the artist, I'm the Carter of the game, man. Now my team running, we have the track support. Y'all can miss me with the comments going back and forth. We be the type to pull up on you, that's of course. But let me chill, it's my comeback, relaxing floors. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me tonight. This is Lyle Johnson, the captain of the boat speaking. Yeah, I got.
Tú eres loco. Dale más, dale más. Padre esa chap. Maná tu chap. O sea tu chap.
No fucking way.
Dale más. Y esa chap.
Oh, baby.
O sea tu chap. Chapa tu chap.
Oh, I like women like you.
Dale más. Y esa chap. Maná tu chap.
That's okay.
O sea tu chap. Chapa tu chap. Dale más. Me tiene a ti.
Attention, this is a police message. Please.
You've been listening to Dinner at the Roundtable podcast. Follow them at Dinner at the Roundtable.
No hago mucho coro, ya niggas is fake, sin nada bolsillo. Ando con la ganga, my nigga be ready, somos todos de blink. La chapa está dura y si quieres llegarle tienes que gastarle. Dale más, dale más, dale más. Y esa chap, maná tu chap, o sea tu chap. Chapa tu chapa, dale más. Y esa chap, o sea tu chap. Chapa tu chap,
yeah.
Maná tu chapa, dale más. Y esa chap, maná tu chap. O sea tu chap, chapea tu chapa, dale más, que lo que tú dices, menea esa chapa, chapea esa chapa y no te cotices, que aquí te mentiramos 100, más nigga mejor ni frené, si tú no tienes la de 100, más nigga mejor ni prender, si tú no tienes ese puré, pero tato, esa chapa como quiera yo la agarro, yo no soy como estos pariguayos, se enamoran y después están dando asco, se enamoran y gastan todos los cuartos, yo la mato y la llamo al otro año, es que mi mente vive facturando, en cómo yo me voy a buscar mi cuarto, es que tú no la estás llegando, que esa chapa es de que tiene cuarto, me la robo y no me enamoro, nada nigga yo no lloro muy a fondo, tú eres loco, dale más, tú eres loco, dale más, tú eres loco, dale más, menea, 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 dale más, Josea, dale más, chapea, 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 dale más, y esa chap, menea tu chap. O sea tu chap, chapea tu chapa, dale más, y esa chap. O sea tu chap, chapea tu chap, menea tu chapa, dale más, y esa chap. Menea tu chap, o sea tu chap, chapea tu chapa, dale más. Eo, padrino, nigga, tú eres loco music. Una vaina más bacana que la tuya, nigga. Eo.
Save your breath.
Tú eres un cuero mal. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero mal. And when I grab you in the bed te pones friki y yo meto mano. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero malo. Cuero malo. Tú eres un cuero malo. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero malo. And when I grab you in the bed te pones friki y yo meto mano. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero malo. Cuero malo. Tú eres un cuero malo. Una friquitona. Si
an infomaniac, si ella una cingona. When I'm killing the nanny, le rompo la popola. She from Puerto Plata, trapping out in Barcelona. And she big pimpin', claiming she ain't got an owner. Said she feeling the swag, le gusta my persona. When she acting kinda stupid, no, I don't condone her. I don't care, I got another bitch up in Corona. Mira mami, no estoy en problema. I don't care about your man, ese tigre un tema. Cuando tú tienes hambre, yo te doy como cena. I never like you act better tu mamá ñema. And we getting it poppin' siempre en cingadera. Drive me crazy cuando ella mueve la cadera. She on my neck como una cadena. Bad bitch, cuero malo, ella una perra. Cuero malo. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero malo. And when I grab you in the bed te pones friki y yo meto mano. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero malo. Cuero malo. Antonio Montano. Tú eres un cuero malo. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero malo. And when I grab you in the bed te pones friki y yo meto mano. Olvídate de lo que dicen por ahí, que tú eres un cuero malo. Cuero malo. This goes out to all my bad bitches. Todo mi cuero malo. Todo mi tiguerona. Toda la cingona. De esas las que tragan bola. Y que nunca llegan en chola. Say, yo, man. Yo, Rusty, what the fuck you got me doing here, man? Let's get it.
I like you, Tony. There is no lying in you. Unfortunately, I do not feel the same about the rest of your organization.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Sosa?
I'm talking about Omar Suarez. This garbage was recognized by my associate at lunch from several years ago in New York. He was an informer for the police.
The material is very strong.
Hey, shorty bad, yeah. Can I surf that? Birkin bag, girl, is you really worth that? Can I bag? Oh, I gotta earn that. I know what's up. Hey, I know you bougie. I know you always the one in the party. It's always a movie. Hey, I know you're groovy. Hey, I know you're choosy. Hey, I know they always be up in your body cause you got the juicy. But I ain't thirsty. I know money over bitches coming first. If you really want this D, you gotta work. I am nothing like your ex, you bout to learn. If we talking checks, I got a few I'm about to earn. Hey, shorty bad, yeah. Can I surf that? Birkin bag, girl, is you really worth that? Can I bag? Oh, I gotta earn that. I know what's up. Hey, I know what's up. You think I'm dumb? Yeah, girl, I know what's up. You want the funds? Yeah, think you give me some, I give you some. Yeah, girl, you know what's up. I'm not the one, bitch. I'm different. Listen, this is not a game. On this mission, twisting, rolling all this pain. I get busy. Yeah, said I'm distant. You ain't got a bag. Why the fuck you always bitching? Hey, shorty bad, yeah. Can I surf that? Birkin bag, girl, is you really worth that? Can I bag? Oh, I gotta earn that. I know what's up.
Remember I told you when you started, the guys who last in this business are the guys who fly straight, low-key, quiet, and the guys who want it all. Chicas, champagne, flash. They don't last.
You finished? Can I go now?
My vision's blurred. I cannot see when I drive. All I see is city lights. Somebody light. Baby, don't tell me no lie. Don't wanna see nobody cry. I know it hurts. I don't do it to me. The only difference is that you the one that only hurt. My vision's blurred. I cannot see when I drive. All I Baby, don't tell me no lie. Don't wanna see nobody cry. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. When I'm purpose, I throw your name under the dirt. You used to do it to me. The only difference is that you the one that'll get hurt. Tunnel vision to the fullest. Be smooth, about to get on my bullshit. I'm from the city, I do this. Chase move, you forget it, you stupid. Pause fights, bitch, I'm cooler than cool with. Pour Sprite, and I do what I do with it. All night, girl, you know what I'll do with it. Call your friend if you know that she cool with it. Yeah, yeah. I know she fine, baby, but I wish you were mine, baby. Yeah, yeah. Not really, cause I'm blind, baby. Let me knock it out of line, baby. Yeah, yeah. City lights. I look up and I see that it's true. City lights. In New York, know it's red, white, and blue. So much money, I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, yeah. Honey back with if a nigga want smoke and shit. Exes be tagging me, holding they pose and shit. They really don't know what to do. Exes be tagging me, holding they pose and shit. I really don't know what to do. Dead battery up in my watch. Wear it just to flex it, diamonds on my necklace. Said she mad at me, but I don't know why. Hope she get the message, I don't fuck with exes. My vision is blurred, baby. City lights. Remember when you said you better than me? Get it right. My vision's blurred. I cannot see when I drive. All I see is city lights. I'm about to swerve. Baby, don't tell me no lie. Don't wanna see nobody cry. I know it hurts. Fuck it, I'll do it on purpose. I'll throw your name under the dirt. You used to do it to me. The only difference is that you the one that'll get hurt. My vision's blurred. I cannot see when I drive. All I see is city lights. I'm about to swerve. Baby, don't tell me no lie. Don't wanna see nobody cry. I know it hurts. Fuck it, I'll do it on purpose. I'll throw your name under the dirt. You used to do it to me. The only difference is that you the one that'll get hurt. I'm a problem to these niggas. I don't gotta show it, they already know it. We can go at it all night and day, but let me tell you for it. It don't matter what you want, say longevity speaks for it. Niggas wanna go tweet for it. Never wanna go G for it. Bitches only wanna worry about the cash out. Get your ass clapped by street nigga. Baby bend it over, get your ass clapped. Let me smack that, I'm a street nigga. If it really wasn't for the cash out, you ain't on shit. What you mean, nigga? Now it's only fans. Was your only fan? Was your only man? Now it's me, niggas. Let the city lights get in my eyes again. Yeah. Holy stocks of niggas still in my oxygen. Yeah. Fuck all the bullshit cause I know that I'm gonna win. Yeah. My vision is blurry, I'm over the Annie and I cannot hide it. This shit is so scary.
Spent half her life dressing. The other half, undressing. You gotta get her in between.
Hey, Frank.
You know I love you.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
You know what
What are you talking about? Come on, you listen to me, huh?
Do you know what a hasha is, Frank? That's a pig that don't fly straight. Neither do you, Frank.
721, what intercept the final bearing 222. 3272 miles. Did you say troubleshooter 614 approach radio check? Units go to condition 2. All units, pursuit is now at condition 5. Repeat, condition 5. Can you give me more info on that call? 016, 1043 with the pursuit. All units go to condition 2.
Let me tell you something about that greaseball cocksucker. He is a snake, that's what he is.
Oh, fuck you.
You turn back on him. You stick it in. You don't trust a guy like that? You want me to believe Omar was a stoolie because Sosa said so? You bought that line. Maybe I made a mistake sending you down there. Maybe you and Sosa know something I don't know.
Like what?
Like what? You tell me like what?
You calling me a liar, right? That what you calling me?